when I've only been a coach just over 3 months, and I probably barely knew what I was getting them into, and they took a chance on me anyway. So they're amazing, and a huge round of applause to them. The second thing is, when I signed up, I explicitly told Courtney that I was never going to get a coach. I was like, I could sign people up for programs so the cows come home. Like, people come to me for advice anyway. I was like, but I'm never going to grow a team. Apparently I was really wrong. I don't know. But my best advice is, honestly, set your mind to it and just go. Just keep loving people, and just, I guess the way I did it was I thought about the kind of people I wanted to work with, and then I went after those people, and it turns out that the fit was perfect. So I guess that's what I would say, is just believe you can do it. Get out of your own way, and, fear stands between you and success. So just keep pushing.
That's great. That's great advice. So, well, thank you. I'm going to mute you now just so there's no echo or anything crazy. But congrats again, and make sure you celebrate. Obviously, in warm, sunny Florida, you're going to be celebrating. But so, like I said, I really felt like February kind of like took off, and just like there was no stopping the month from coming with the launch of the 21-Day Fix Extreme. Hopefully you guys are telling your customers about the 21-Day Fix Extreme. I just got mine in the mail today. I know Joelle and I are all pumped because we were going to do the countdown to competition. Then I looked at it and it was like eat fish 12 times a day. And I was like, how am I ever going to do this? But it's a new challenge. And I think that you have a whole new audience, with the 21-Day Fix Extreme. And I'm not going to talk about it a lot because we did it on our last team call. But with all of our other programs, most of them, with the exception of Insanity and Max 30, a lot of them you can really give to beginners, people who are just getting on their journey of working out. And that's true for the 21-Day Fix Extreme. I do feel like you could still have beginners essentially do it. There's the modifier. They still have the easier meal plan. They don't have to do countdown to competition, but you have a whole new market. You have all these people who are like, I'm an avid gym goer and I can't, get work. I can't, see results from an at-home workout program. I'm ripped already. You have a whole new market that you can now present this this program to, and tell them about it and how ridiculously cheap it is. I want to tell you guys this. You need to start presenting the 140 challenge packs as if you buy Shakeology, you get this program for $10, because people are looking at 140 and they might just be like, I'm not paying 140 for no DVDs. Like, I'm not doing it. But when you break it down for them, even if you sit there and you list, like, you're going to get your Shakeology, which is 30 meals, and your club membership, and you're going to list everything you have. When you break it down, I'm finding that when I break it down, that they are, getting their Shakeology, basically it's the price of their Shakeology. I'm getting a lot better of a response. I also told, and I will let you guys in on this secret, now I don't know if I can technically post this video on YouTube, but in Beachbody, we can give rewards or incentives away to coaches. It just has to be under $25. And so what I did for this month, and some of you guys might have seen my Facebook post or my Instagram post, I am actually giving a refer a friend mail and rebate type thing, or purchase and rebate type thing. So what you can consider doing, and what I did, is if a friend bought a challenge pack, so say person 1 bought a challenge pack and they referred a friend, which is person number 2, to me, and that person bought a challenge pack, I am giving person number 1 a $20, I'm just PayPaling them basically $20, which brings their cost down to $120. So they're essentially getting Shakeology even for $10 less. You just can't advertise it. Beachbody does not let you advertise that you're doing this incentive or that you're offering something if they purchase something in return. So I said in my post, ask me about my refer a friend incentive program or something like that. That is okay to do. You can't just go on social media and post, if you buy a challenge pack from me, I will send you $30 cash, or you'll get a prize of a tank top. You just have to be very careful about it on how you're doing it on social media, and it cannot go over $25. Otherwise, it can, I think in our policies and procedures, it says that you're bribing after $25. So that's a really great way if you guys are looking to, get some more people and add to your network. I actually had it happen with me. I invited a girl to my challenge group. She was all in. She was ready to order, and I said, and by the way, and I told her all about this, friend incentive, if they refer to friend incentive, the next literally, like, my next email that I was going through was her friend being like, my friend told me all about this program. Can I be in on it too? I didn't think that, you were going to let other people in it, just people you knew. And I didn't even know this girl, but now I have a whole nother person in my network that I had no idea who they were. And now it's another 2 Success Club points. It's another person that I get to help for the rest of their lives. They're now my customer that I can work with. And the person who referred them is happy because they get $20 off their order, essentially. So think about it. Just be careful, like I said, how you're doing it on Facebook. With that being said, today if you reach Success Club in the month of January, today you should have gotten your exclusive email. They are not using that word exclusive lightly. So I think there were 6 of us on the team who did make Success Club in January. It is an exclusive email to beta test the new On Demand. And so the reason why I wanted to talk to you guys about this is because this is going to be launching pretty soon. I actually looked and I asked Coach Relations if I could pull it up on our team call tonight, and they said no. We actually had to sign a contract saying that we would not share with anybody our link or the actual logistics of it, but I am allowed to talk about it. They said that was okay. So I went in today and I looked at it. It's really neat. Basically, what's going to happen is you have the club membership. And I know the club membership is very much overlooked at this point by a lot of people. But it is the same price that we have. So customers can buy the club membership for $39 once every 3 months or $2.99 a week. That's billed to their credit card. They get access to recipes, meal ideas, so on and so forth. But Beachbody is adding the live streaming. So it's called Beachbody On Demand. And I went in and I looked at it today. They have all the P90X series. They have Turbo Fire in there. They have I think Hip Hop Abs was in there, Insanity was in there, the 21 Day Fix and the 21 Day Fix Extreme were in there. I mean, they had a ton of programs in there. And so what's going to be really neat is that your customers, when they actually purchase a challenge pack, they get their first 30 days of the club membership free. And then after that, they can upgrade to either the $2.99 weekly or the $39 once every 3 months. And they get access to all those programs. No further purchase necessary, other than they have to keep renewing it if they want their link, so to speak. They can literally, you buy like 6 programs for the price of $49. It's kind of like we're literally just giving people the key to success, and it really is going to make our business explode. We are definitely the first health and fitness company that is going, not only are we probably the only ones with great, products, but we're the only ones that really are going streaming with any of our workouts. So the biggest thing I have to say about this is for coaches, when it comes out, make sure you're already a part of the club membership. And the reason why is because think about all the value that they're adding to the Beachbody club membership. They're adding an entire library of their programs. I'm not saying it's official, but I have a very strong feeling, aka I pretty much know that they will be raising the price of the club membership once this launches. However, if you already are paying for the club membership as a coach, you will get grandfathered into the $39 once every 3 months. So check with your upline, check in your back office, and make sure you are grandfathered in when they do raise this, because they will raise it. Think about all the value they're adding to this club membership. So you're going to want to be grandfathered into that, lower price. But you guys should be really excited about it. Even if you didn't get the exclusive look or the exclusive offer, really picture it just like Netflix. That's exactly what it is. You can pick by genre. You can pick by, celebrity trainer. You can pick by how long you want the workout. There's just a bunch of different things or a bunch of different ways you can pick your workout. So think of it like Netflix and start talking about it. There's no reason, just like we started talking about the 21 Day Fix Extreme early, there's no reason why you can't start talking about this Beachbody On Demand early. I know probably just as much as you guys do on that program. However, if you don't have the beta testing, they will be launching this probably at the end of March, early April is their goal. They are very general about when they actually will be launching this. And then, of course, I can answer any questions you have about the, what it looks like or, any other logistics that you want to know. But be excited. You can actually buy the club membership starting when they launch this as a challenge pack. So somebody can come to you and they can order, you know, a challenge pack with Shakeology and the club membership. That's going to be a challenge pack from now on. And I don't know like the details of how much that will cost or anything like that. Just know that that's going to be a huge option for us. So they're still going to have the Shakeology. In my opinion, you know, for those people who, you know, love all the programs, this is really going to entice them to become a coach, because they're going to have all these programs on their fingertips at all times. And they're going to want the discounted price on, you know, on the, not only the club membership, but the Shakeology as well, since they constantly aren't going to, you know, because I think the biggest concern people have is, I don't want to keep doing the same program over and over again, but I don't want to keep buying programs. So you become a coach, you have your discount on your Shakeology and on your club membership, and you have access to all these programs forever. I mean, until you stop paying. So I think it's really going to help us as business, you know, if we, you know, take off our customer helping hands. It's going to help us grow our businesses tremendously in both the coach aspect and I think in a challenge group aspect or challenge pack aspect. So if you guys have any questions about Beachbody On Demand, I would be happy to answer as much as I can at the end of this call. But I did want you guys to get like thinking about it and talking about it with your customers and kind of previewing it a little bit on your social media pages so that people know that it's coming, and you know, you kind of get that built up excitement, and people that are going to be ready to order, much like they were on Monday for the Fix Extreme, they'll be ready to order once Beachbody On Demand launches. So with that being said, obviously February has been a crazy, crazy month. We have the Team Cup going on. We have the 21-Day Fix Extreme. We have Beachbody On Demand. I have felt a ton of momentum, but I was talking to some of my personally sponsored coaches, and they said, you know, we loved the way that you laid out the last call. You know, it was the 10 things that you can do in 2015, but it was just so generalized. And now my teammates, you know, they don't know how to break that down into the month. And I was thinking, and I'm sitting here and I'm like, okay, let me think about what I do every month and then I'll put it up. And then it was like, how many times can I repeat? You have to invite people to this opportunity, because that's basically the bottom line. And so I was like, I don't know how I can break this down and get you guys, you know, success tomorrow. But I do feel that I can give you guys the tips of how to make February the best month ever, in respects that, or in the sense that, if you start putting in the effort now, if you start putting in the commitment now, if you start being consistent now, your year is going to be amazing. And it's all going to start because February was your best month, because February is when you became consistent. February is when you started getting serious about this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you guys 10 tips of how you can make February the best month ever. But I don't want you guys to be like, well, this isn't going to, you know, this isn't the key to how to sign a coach. I can't give you that. You know, if I could, I would, and we would all be pretty dang successful right now. But I can give you all of the things that I think I gathered, and I broke it down by what motivated me to actually start being serious about this. And this was last February. You guys know that my business absolutely took off last February. It was when I hit Diamond. It was when I had my largest paychecks, and it never stopped from there. So that's what I'm going to give you guys tonight. And I hope you guys can take a lot away from this and just know that each of these things that I'm going to give you are things that you do have to keep doing every single month, but I think they might be a little bit more broken down than my 2015 general goals for you. So the very first tip that I have for you for going into today is commit. You need to commit. Now you might be thinking, well, Erica, I just rank advanced, or I just hit Success Club last month, or I'm on this team call and I'm here, like here I am, I'm committing. No. I mean, you actually need to commit to this business and to this opportunity. You can say, I'm committed to this. I am, you know, here I am, like I'm committed. I want success. But there is a very big difference between saying it and actually truly being committed. You know, from today until the very last day of this year, you need to be committed. You need to say to yourself, I am going to be the very best me. I am going to go all in on this. You know, if you want to coast in this business, then that's fine. You can just, you know, be here and there. But if you actually want to see success in this business, if you want this to be your full-time income, if you want to make a very significant income in this, we all know you can do it. It's just a matter of committing to it, getting serious about it. And, a lot of people say like, well, I am, but then they do nothing to actually prove that they're committed. So I'm going to keep going on my tips. And, throughout these tips, I want you to think, am I really committed to each of these things that Erica's talking about? So my second one is to set goals and have an action plan and a deadline this month. So you might, some people, I'm very much this person. The first Monday of every month is probably my best Monday ever. Like, it's probably my best day of the entire month, because I'm very much I have to start on a clean slate type of person. You can't do that anymore. You have to set goals for this month, for tonight, for tomorrow, for this week. The week is not over. You can't say, well, it's Thursday and we're just having our call and I'm just getting these tips, so I'm going to start Monday. No, you need to start today, and you need to commit to starting today. So here's what you need to do. You need to write out your 5 goals for the month of February. I asked that my personally sponsored coaches send those to me at the beginning of the month. Most of them did. And then what I'm doing with them on their individual calls is I'm reverse engineering with them. If you have a team, if you're an upline, that's what you need to do with your coaches. If you are my personally sponsored coach, you need to come to me if you haven't already and get those reverse engineered. And this is what I mean by it. Say your goal is to be a diamond by the end of February. Very doable, by the way. So if your goal is to be a diamond, you need to break that goal into, what do I need to do to reach diamond? This is a reverse engineering of a goal. So you need to say, I need to add 6 coaches to my team this month in order to be a diamond. Great. That's still just a generalization, though. So what do you have to do to add 6 people to your team this month? You need to invite 10 people a week. Okay, so what do you need to do to make sure you're inviting 10 people a week? Well, I have 5 power hours set. So during those 5 power hours, I need to invite or put the business opportunity in front of 2 people a day. I need to not go to sleep that night until I put the business opportunity in front of 2 people. My deadline is February 25th. You need to do everything that is possible to make sure you hit that goal. And the best way to do it is to break it down into small, achievable goals. So if your goal is to reach Success Club 10 for the month, I know my Team Cup, a lot of us have that goal. So what do you need to do? You need to put the coaching opportunity or the challenge group opportunity in front of 2 people a day, 10 people a week. So set these goals. And most importantly, you need to track them. You can't just say out loud, I want to reach Success Club 10 this month. You can't just sit here and think like, I want to sign 2 coaches this month. You need to write them down. You need to reverse engineer your goals. And then you need to track what you're doing every single day. So with my personally sponsored coaches on our team calls, I actually have been setting goals with them. Cece actually got a good, she was probably my first coach this week that got the idea of it. And what I said is, I broke it down. How many people do you want to invite this week to the coaching opportunity? She gave me an answer. How many people do you want to invite to the challenge group opportunity? She gave me an answer. How many hours of personal development do you want to spend a week on, this week? She gave me an answer. I wrote those all down, and she wrote those down too. Next week, when we get on our individual team or individual one-on-one call, I'm going to say, okay, what did you actually do? And, if a coach is saying, well, I set my goal that I wanted to talk to 10 people this week about the coaching opportunity, but I only did 5. When you come to me at the end of the month and you say, I didn't reach my goal of becoming a diamond coach, I'm going to say, well, look it. We were able to track, and this is why. Each week you had this goal of inviting 10 people, but what you actually did was you only invited 5. You need to track everything. I was on a call with Janelle Summers today, and her number 1 tip that she said for every single coach of hers that is successful, every single coach is tracking everything. You should have lists maybe I'll show you a little bit. Okay, so I have this notebook separated into 3 different sections, I have a list of my list of 100. Then I have who I invited and need to follow up with. Then I have a list of who I'm adding to my network in the year 2015. Then I have a whiteboard with a list. This has which one of my coaches reached Success Club, what number they're at this week. Then I have all of my customers for the month of February and which day their Shakeology is going to ship again to them. So I have another list there. I have a list in my planner of all my goals. You need to have lists. You need to track every single thing that you are doing. If you aren't creating lists and you aren't tracking things, when you come to me and tell me, like, I'm not seeing the goals that I want to, it's because you're not keeping track. You cannot, and I am going to tell you this bluntly, you cannot rely on Facebook messaging and your emails and just go back through them every day and say who I invited. I am telling you, in just a month from now, you will drive yourself crazy, and it's going to take so much more time. So break out the markers, break out the highlighters, break out the notebooks, break out the folders, create lists, and never stop creating them is basically what I'm telling you. So that is number 2. Set goals, have an action plan, and create a deadline. Make sure you're reverse engineering your goals and you're tracking every single thing that you're doing this month. Number 3. Identify sacrifices that you're going to need to make immediately. So a lot of people are saying, I'm too busy, or it's just, I'm doing a power hour, but I'm not seeing okay. Take a step back for a second. You need to write down on a list of paper, see my list again. Write down all the sacrifices that you need to make this month in order to fit in a solid power hour, in order to reach your goals. So what is the problem? Are you just feeling too overwhelmed and too busy? Maybe. So you need to look at your schedule. Look at just even today, and maybe you didn't get your power hour in yet. Look at today and say, why didn't I get my power hour in? What was I doing? And actually dissect your day. And I bet you can find 15 minutes here of scrolling Twitter, 15 minutes here on Facebook, 15 minutes here of just kind of sitting and looking at things. Identify what sacrifices you're going to have to make this month to reach your goals. I'm not going to sugarcoat this at all. This business is not convenient. Everybody has other things going on in their lives. You've heard it a bajillion times. I was a full-time graduate student. I was working full-time. I was at an internship. I was every other person. And that was when my business was actually the most successful. And that's because I made sacrifices. I sat down, and when I wasn't completing my power hours, I was looking at my day, and I realized I was watching an hour of Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, which now I schedule into my day because it's very important to me. But, I made the sacrifice that I needed to record it. I need to record it on Monday nights so that on Monday nights I could get a power hour in, because I didn't have any other time Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, because I was in class until 9 o'clock at night, and I was working from 8 until 5 o'clock. So then on Saturday mornings, I scheduled 2 hours to watch trash TV before I did my homework, and then I did my power hour on a Saturday. Recognize the sacrifices that you're going to have to make now and be okay with it. Number 4, get organized. I know that I'm talking about all these different things. So you need to track things, and you need to make goals, and you need to, plug into this, and you need to do your power hour. Get organized. You have to set business hours. I don't care who you are, how good you think you are at doing things, multitasking and being at work and eating your lunch and answering messages at the same time. No. If you want to coast through this business, absolutely, that is perfectly fine. But when you want to make it serious, you need to actually schedule out hours in your month. In my personally sponsored Facebook page, I actually made them go through the entire week and post what times of the week or what times of the day, each day of the week, they were going to be working their business. And it's helpful too if you do have a lot of you guys have, the Infinite Dynasty page, but then you have your personal pages as well with your downline essentially, or your upline. Tell the people that are in that group what your business hours are. Tell them. Keep each other accountable. And for me, it's really helpful because, if I need to get a hold of Joelle, I can look on my personally sponsored page and I say, okay, well, these are her business hours. So let me contact her about this and this during this time, because I know she won't be distracted by her other job or studying or whatever it may be. So it's helpful for the people around you to communicate with you, and it's going to help you be that much more organized. Until you set business hours, you are not being considered a business coach in my eyes. You are not taking this business seriously, because in the job that you're at right now, I'm pretty sure you have set hours, and if you don't show up for them, somebody is going to come down on you. In this business, if you want to be serious about it, nobody's going to come down on you except for yourself. So I'm telling you right now, don't be mean to yourself. Don't have to have yourself yell at you later and be like, you didn't succeed, because set your business hours now. Make sure you are making your to-do list for your business the night before. So I know I used to not do this. I used to do it the day of. And what I would find myself doing is spending a half an hour writing down and thinking about all the things that I need to do during my power hour. And then all of a sudden, half an hour of my power hour was gone. And that was critical time. I didn't have time to be wasting at all. Every minute of my day was very, very organized, and I didn't have time to be doing that. So if you get up early, maybe 5 a.m., that might be a good time to do it. But if you aren't an early riser and your day is very jam-packed and scheduled, the night before, you need to write out your to-do list for your business. Number 5, squash all of your excuses now. Now, here's another list for you to make. I told you, I literally have lists everywhere. I want you to write a list of all of your problems out on a piece of paper. Now, I don't want you to write out all of your problems, but I want you to write out all of your problems that relate to your business. I don't need to know everything here, but write out and be bold with yourself. Be upfront with yourself. So if you are saying, I don't have enough time, well, write that down on your piece of paper, and then you're going to go back and you're going to problem solve your own problems. You're going to say, well, if I don't have enough time to be doing this, what do I need to do? I need to go back into my schedule. I need to look at my schedule, and I need to see, where I can create time, where the sacrifices need to be made. What TV show do I have to give up? But you need to very much list out all of your problems, all the reasons why you're not succeeding, and you need to solve them. You are the only person whose name is on your coach account. You are the only person who is responsible for the success of your business. You don't have anybody else to blame. You don't have anybody else that you can put an excuse onto. It is only you. So you need to squash all of your excuses up front. Tonight, as soon as we get off this call, I want you to write down all of your problems of why you don't feel you're succeeding to where you want to be in this business. And I want you to tackle them. I want you to solve them for yourself. And if you can't solve them for yourself, I want you to call your upline or schedule a call with your upline or text your upline and say, can you help me with this problem? Number 6, consistency is key. So like I said earlier, I feel like I can't just come on here and tell you guys the key to being successful in, the month of February. I can't get on here and say like, this is what you can do and you will get such and such dollar amount. I wish I could tell you that, but I can't. But what I can tell you is that today's efforts, what you do today, the number of people you reach out today to, is a reflection of your success tomorrow, next week, and next month. That's how this business works. What you do today is a direct reflection of your success tomorrow. Because granted, the Facebook post that you put out today, that might not be grabbing somebody's attention about the coaching opportunity. Or maybe it is. Maybe it's their first time they saw it. So next month, they're going to come to you and say, I've seen a few of these posts about, this coaching opportunity. Could you tell me a little bit more about it? People are looking to make sure that you're not going to give up on them. The day that you take off from doing your power hour, the day you take off from posting on social media or being connected and being a true part of this team or what you want for your team, people are going to back away from you. They're going to shy away from you because they don't want to be let down. You are subconsciously building trust with all of your followers on Facebook, Instagram, and all of your customers and all of your coaches. If they see you giving up for an entire month or a week, or I hate to say it, but even a day, they aren't going to trust you. You're going to lose a little bit of your trust, and you're not going to stay stagnant in your business. You're actually going to be moving backwards. So there's nothing else I can say about that. Your consistency today is going to be your success next month, and I just hope you realize that all of these things that you need to do in the month of February, they are what is going to help you have your best month ever, because that is what's going to continue to propel your business throughout the year. Number 7, quit being a perfectionist and start being you. So I think personally, to be a coach, you probably have a type A personality. I think actually Kenyon and I were talking about this the other day. Most coaches have a type A personality. Most of our coaches are go-getters. I think it's just the nature of the business. And that makes us a little bit of perfectionist. Here's the thing. Your only job, and tell me if you recognize this quote from our You Are a Badass book that we're all reading. Your only job is to be as you possibly can be. That's your only job in this business. People, when you're talking to them, when you're on social media, they don't want to see this fitness robot. They want to see you. They want to see the real you, because that's who they know, or that's who they're getting to know. You don't have to have the perfect post. You don't have to have the perfect picture to go with that post. You don't have to always say that you're, eating perfectly clean, and you don't have to always post and talk to people about how you get your workouts in every day. I don't think anybody is a product of the product every single day. You can share those faulties with your customers. They can relate to you. They want to know that you're a human and that you're not a robot that eats clean every single day. They want to know, how can I be a little bit more like you? How can you inspire me? Well, I can't relate to someone who works out every day. That's just not me. I don't maybe enjoy working out, but I can I can relate to someone who says, I really just didn't feel like working out today. I tried for 5 minutes. I gave it my all for 5 minutes and it didn't work. So you know what? I threw in the towel for today, and I'm going to go back stronger tomorrow. People can relate to that. So don't try to be this perfectionist, in the quality of, posts that you're having, and, the quality of being you, I guess. Just be you, and don't worry about being a perfect version of you, if that makes sense. Number 8. Your desire to help someone else has to be stronger than your fear of annoying someone. So I know for a lot of our new coaches, I know for a lot of, people who are starting the business, they're very afraid to invite people. They're scared, what will people think of me? They're scared of, will they judge me? Will they say no? You have this rejection, you have this fear, I guess, is, that, people are going to judge you. You're going to annoy people by posting about your journey on Facebook or Instagram. You have to put all of that aside. And it's hard. I'm not telling you that there aren't days where I'm just like, oh, this is so difficult because, I feel like I'm putting my all in, and, what am I going to do? Like, nobody liked this post. Do I look stupid? Are people judging me? Do people hate my post? No, you have to put all of that aside. You have to remember that so many people are watching you. You are inspiring so many people that are going to come out of the woodworks one day and say, you don't know this, but I've been watching you this whole time. Your desire to help those people and keep inspiring those people, even though they aren't liking your pictures or double-clicking your Instagrams, that has to be stronger than your fear of getting rejected or annoying someone or getting blocked out of someone's newsfeed. Focus all of your attention on your followers. How can I help them? How can I help my customers? You have to start having the attitude, if I'm happy doing what I'm doing, then everybody else around me should be happy for me too. Because guess what? If you're happy doing what you're doing and you just keep going no matter what people have to say, you are going to attract those type of people to your business. You're going to attract other go-getters, other happy people, other people who don't really care what other people have to think to your business. And those are the people you want on your team. So focus all of your attention and energy on those that you are inspiring and helping, and forget about the rest. Have a badass attitude, right? How awesome is this freaking book? Like, I think I'm going to sleep with it underneath my pillow just to continue to soak everything in. Like, I'm obsessed. Every day I'm texting my personally sponsored coaches. I'm like, oh my God, this book is amazing. It's the confidence booster I think we all need. And if you haven't gotten your copy yet, this is my only blurb about it. Go get it. All right. Number 9, almost done, only 2 more. Rally the team. So you guys have your team cups this month. You guys probably have a team of 4 if you're a brand new coach and you might not have made the deadline to join one, but you still have, the entire Infinite Dynasty. Rally your team. Be a part of it. Check in. Get a group together of your team cup and send them a message every day. This is who I invited. Who'd you guys invite? Oh, I'm feeling rejected. Everybody said no today, but I'm going to keep pushing through. Send those messages. Rally as a team. Use the support of a team. If this job was fun to do on your own, then we wouldn't be doing these team calls. We wouldn't be doing these team cups. You have a team for a purpose. When you start working as a team, it is the God's honest truth in this business. Teamwork is dream work. Together, we can all succeed. Separate, you're not going to succeed. I've said it a bajillion times. But you have to want people to want to be a part of this. So you need to show your excitement for the team. Talk to people about it. When you're at work and people talk about, oh, how much they had a bad day or whatever, you should be like, guess what? I have this such an inspirational motivation community that you should be a part of. And talk to them about how our team is, tell them about how we have all these fun team calls and read cool books that, motivate us and all that stuff. Really engage yourself in this team. I know that I truly and wholeheartedly believe that some of my success has come from that I'm so invested in my team. And that's how you have to be. You have to treat your team like they are your family. Not only do I treat them that way, I feel that way. And that's why I truly believe that, I can propel in this business and I can keep moving my business forward with momentum is because every day I'm plugged in. I'm plugged into that Infinite Dynasty. You see me posting in that Infinite Dynasty. I'm not doing it to try and be a leader. I'm doing it to engage myself. I'm doing it to make sure that I am engaging those around me so that they see success. I'm doing it so that we all see success, and I encourage you to do it. Engage with your team. You are going to be so much better off that way. Number 10, leave nothing behind. Honestly, you have, how many days are left in this month? What's today, the 4th, 5th? I don't know. I can't keep track. You have an entire month still ahead of you. What if you said, I'm going to leave absolutely everything on the table this month? I am going to give it my absolute all. I'm not going to care who says no to me. I'm going to invite every single day. I am going to do I'm going to do 2 power hours. What if you just said, I'm going to leave it all on the table this month? What do you have to lose? I know that if I put everything that I had into this business, I would have nothing to lose. You don't really have a lot to lose in this business. You really don't. But think about the other way. What if you put everything you had? What if you actually did write out those lists of excuses or sacrifices that you have to make and the problems, and you squashed all of them and you just went all in? What would the end of your month look like? I think you would look pretty freaking successful, and whatever that means to you. Maybe you don't get a single Success Club point, but you reached out and you filled out your go for no sheet and it had 50 no's on it. When do you think those people are coming back to you? Next month, April, May? You are setting yourself up for success. Leave it all on the table in the month of February. You honestly have nothing to lose. In fact, you have everything to gain. You have a cool Autumn Calabrese bobblehead. You have a book. You have a sweet 21-day fix hoodie that I'm obsessed with, and I'm guaranteed, I'm ready to get 75 points by myself if I have to. I want that damn hoodie so bad. Do what it takes. You don't have anything to lose. You have everything to gain this month. You have everything to gain. You already took the step to be a part of this business. You already took the step to become a coach. You have nothing to lose by putting it all out there. Yeah, you might lose a few followers. All right, there. Okay, you proved me wrong. You might have a few followers that you would lose, but who cares? Why do you want them anyways if they don't want somebody inspirational in their life, somebody motivational? Because every single one of you are inspirational and motivational in your own unique way, and people follow you for that. And if they don't want to follow you for that, you probably don't want to be friends with them anyhow. That's in my opinion. Chelsea Pearson, I know most of you guys saw her video post about how she paid off her $12,000 student loan payment in one Beachbody paycheck yesterday. I saw you guys all sharing that video, which, I did. I cried. I don't even know her, and I related to her so much. And today she posted this quote, and I was like, I feel like she's trying to say something to me. She said, I'm guaranteed to fail if I quit, so I'm never going to quit. And every day I want you to go into this month with that attitude. I cannot quit today. Today I'm going to put it all out there. I'm going to do the hardest power hour I've ever gone after, because that way I know that I'm doing everything that I can. And when you do that every single day, when every day you go hard and you invite people and you're talking to people about the opportunity, you're in it. The only way that you can fail in this business is if you quit. So those are my 10 tips for tonight. I actually stayed under the 1 hour mark, so you guys get the opportunity to ask some questions. If you have anything specific you want me to go over from my little list of tips that you can do this month to, propel your business in 2015, I'd be happy to answer those. Anything about on demand, whatever it may be, I will unmute you all right now, and you guys can just chime in whenever you want. Do we want to talk about the book? Do we want to talk about how awesome it is?
Oh my God, it's amazing.
Such a good book.
Obsessed.
But Erica, I will just say, and to the team, that I just had Amy ask me if any of my no's had ever come back to me, and I did share with her that yes, that in fact has happened and does happen. And to remark about you talking about consistently posting and not taking time off, and that people will see what you're saying. I did sell a challenge pack last night to someone who I never thought in 1,000 years would ever reach out to me, and she said, "I've been seeing all your posts. Absolutely love them. I want to get involved."
Kind of creepy how that happens. No, because that's happened to me before too, Kenny. And I'm like, wait, like it's kind of weird. Like you don't even realize it, but you know, they do come. I actually remember Danielle. Was it you, Danielle? When you're like, I didn't believe you. I didn't believe you when you first said it, and then it happened. The first time that it happens, and you're like, oh my God. But yeah, it does.
Well, I think essentially too, you know, Tony is a perfect example. We've been Facebook friends since we were roommates in college, and I started this the year Tony and I were roommates. So she's been watching my journey all of these years, and then in July she's like, "Oh, I thought you were I thought you were full of it. Here you still are. I guess I'll join you." You know, so it's a perfect example. She watched me for 2.5 years, but she still came. She still came around.
Even actually, it was this time last year I reached out to you. I was like, yeah, I really want to do it. Like, I'm desperate for money. And you're like, I don't think now's a good time for you. I'm like, okay.
It's really true. I was like, maybe. Let's talk later. Goodness. So what do you guys think? I mean, the month of February, I feel like we had a lot of momentum going in. I think in all honesty, a little bit of that has fallen off. Is there anything that you think would be helpful for you, for your coaches, to kind of reel that momentum back in?
I think with what you just went over today, with the tips